So welcome to Barefoot Cubs Farm channel. Hope you like it. Let's get right into it. Hey guys, this is our first video for our channel. I kind of just wanted to start off this first video with why we made this channel, why we got a farm, my purpose, my mission in life. We actually bought a farm in West Virginia. In all honesty, the number one reason I'm recording these is because maybe I can bring one person closer to Jesus. I do think that has been the number one source of my spiritual awakening. I do think Jesus helped put it in my heart, some things that have to happen for me and my family, and I hope that other people kind of start to see it that way too. Everything I do, I want it to be used to, mention Jesus and lift his name up for what he did for me on the cross. I'm just very grateful for where we're at right now. And I thought, man, how can I get out of this system, this rat race? Waking up at 5:30, getting a shower, driving to work, doing my job on my computer, driving back home in my little box, then get home to my box, then going to bed, then waking up again. Same routine over and over every day. Not to throw boomers under the bus. The boomers did teach us, go get your degree, get your job, get your retirement, everything will be great, world's awesome. Unfortunately, what boomers didn't realize is that humans are required to do something that actually makes them happy, feel like they have a purpose and a spiritual connection to God. So if your job is just every day to go sit in a cubicle and type on a keyboard, no connection to the outside world, no connection to God, you're going to be pretty unfulfilled in life. And I'm trying to live the dream here and have a functioning farm, have a happy family, provide for my family. I'm passionate about farming. I'm a first-generation farmer. I want to become a full-time farmer. I know some people don't really think that's possible nowadays. Again, the boomers will tell you, go get a job, work, get your Social Security, and that's life. It's awesome. But that just isn't happiness to me. I think there's more to life than your Social Security. Now, if you have a job where you're doing something you truly love, and it's like your passion, all for it. If that leads you to Social Security as well, great. Depending on this world, for all your needs, and being away from your family, half the week. I just realized quickly, this dream of working for 50 years for the corporations and selling my soul and then getting my Social Security at 70 was not a good enough reward for me. So that's when I said, honey, we got to get a farm. We got to stop depending on this world. We got to do something that God, I think, will be proud of. To me, there's no better satisfaction than being a steward of God's animals and God's earth, all of God's beautiful creations. And that's what a farmer kind of has to do. You have to take care of your soil, take care of your animals, take care of your grass, take care of your trees. I want to try to be a helper to God and a helper to my family, and also not so dependent on the world, because we're so, content right now. We got our grocery stores, we got our Targets, we got our Starbucks. World's great. My wife probably say I'm crazy. I just don't feel that's always going to exist. I don't feel those things are always going to be here, and I think we're dangerously close to those things being gone now. I do know my time on this earth now, I want to spend with my family, being a steward of God, helping others, praising God. I'm a first-generation farmer, so this is the first time, any one of my family's ever tried anything like this. I figured this channel would be something I could share with all you guys and let you guys see just what we're up to, what kind of projects we're doing, my failures. Being a first-generation farmer, I have no shame saying there's going to be a lot of things you're going to see. You're going to be like, wow, that's wrong. That's not how the pros do it. And that's fine with me. I didn't really have anyone in my house showing me how to work with my hands, which I wish I would have, because now I'm at a point with my own children and my wife to where I wish I was even handier, which I will say, God has given me tons of opportunity. Something I prayed for often in the last 2 or 3 years was, please God, help make me handier around the house. I would ask God to give me skills around the house and to learn how to fix things better. And what do you know? Now I'm over here, gluing together PVC pipes and making chicken water systems, which obviously may not be that impressive to some people, but to me it is. I was never taught how to swing a hammer, never worked on things, That's something previous couple generations kind of failed on. They let us lose all those skills. So now I'm trying to gain them back and pass them down to my kids. And that's what this channel is going to be about, is getting out of this system. And again, if I can bring 100 people to Jesus and 50 people to homesteading and farming and independent of the world, I think we're going to live in a better world. You're going to see me make mistakes. I'm just trying to teach people where I screwed up, maybe help them. They don't make that mistake. Show them what I think works better, because that's the great thing about being a first-generation farmer. I want to do what works. I'm not here to preach at people. I'm not here to tell you you're wrong or I'm better, because I was in the same boat as you. I was living in the city. I was letting the grocery store provide me everything. Time that we get back to our roots and doing stuff like this is my first, chicken setup. I didn't have a family inheritance. Get back in there, you little turd. I didn't have a family inheritance. No one passed me down a piece of land. This land is currently being financed, which I'm trying to pay for it. These chickens were paid for by me. My father-in-law, my mom, my dad, no one gave me nothing. And I'm not saying they've never helped me. None of those people have helped me. They absolutely have. They've helped me in a tremendous amount of ways. But as far as just gifting me land and gifting me, a life, I'm still working. I still have another job. Any of us can do this, and we should be doing this. We should all be taking back control of our food supply. It might not be the easiest, but it's going to be better for our lives, and it's going to, leave us happier. But ultimately, if you don't get Jesus Christ in your heart, you're never going to be happy. And I pray that all of you get to experience this kind of joy and this kind of purpose, because just in the, year I've lived here and had the farm, I'm already feeling so much happier with my life. This type of lifestyle makes more sense to me. And it's getting me one day closer every day to escaping from what they would call the matrix, I suppose. Look here, get down from there. Get down. I'm trying to show you guys that this can be attained. It doesn't require an inheritance. It doesn't require you to be filthy rich. Now, is your stuff going to be Pinterest level, Instagram level, right out of the gate? No, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, and I'm still making them daily. Even these YouTube videos, I know I'm going to look back and laugh, because they're going to be terrible compared to what I can achieve in a year. But it is doable to start. None of us have any excuse for not starting. I tell my kids that about, not giving up on things and working hard. And life isn't supposed to be easy. Life isn't supposed to just be handed to you. I do want to give hope to the people who are maybe dirt poor like me, came from nothing, no guidance, no real direction, 2 working hands, 2 working legs. I tell my kids that all the time too, and I tell my wife this. If you're healthy and you have a healthy body and you have a healthy functioning brain, you have no excuses, and I don't want to hear your complaints. I don't want to hear any whininess out of you, because you're so blessed. There's people out there that can't walk, can't see, can't hear, people with disabilities, and you're blowing your life just, living the day-to-day, working your 9 to 5, coming home, watching some TV, and that being your life. That isn't going to fulfill you. Find Jesus, find some chickens, find a farm, get started, get to work, don't complain. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to our Chicken Chronicles 2, and look forward to showing you guys so much content. I love giving out all this content, and I love, this is very fun for me. So I look forward to more and more down the road. Thank you all, and God bless.